Hello, welcome to game number 5. And update, still no message from Gotham Chess about challenging to a game, so we'll carry on with some training games for now. Start off again with e4, e5. So opponent rated 1645, and they've had 1,300 games, joined 4 years ago. So yeah, I've been trying to work on some Petrov lines, and I think this is kind of interesting. I've trying to piece it together, and I thought let's get it on the board to see how it goes. Okay, there's d3. Kind of passive from my opponent here. Play some simple moves. Get the piece into the right squares. Yeah, keeps the bishop away. So a5 runs into b4, pushing us back. Don't think it's such an issue. I think that's what we'll go for. I mean, it might end up transposing anyway, but I could have gone to c5 and had a similar experience. Let's see, is opponent going to play? No. Well, they could be, but they're deferring it at least for a move. So I suppose they've got the option now of building up with c6 and d5. I can play rook e8 first. Maybe the kind of sensible. I kind of like c6 because then on b4 it stops at b4, b5 kind of ideas. Not ideal. Opponent has left the game. Hopefully it's just some connectivity and they come back within a minute. Yeah, there we go, good. Because like I say, the purpose of this isn't to try and take rating points off people or to get a crazy high elo. It's about playing the games and improving as we go. So c6, yeah, just threatening d5. Opponent likely bishop e2, and castles has got to be their plan, I think, before they think about anything too adventurous, because if they don't get castled and we crack through the centre, that could spell problems for them. Okay, b4 on the board. So my initial plan was b6. I've also got c7, but c7 is kind of interesting actually, isn't it? Because it helps protect d5 and means that we're not walking into a lot of pressure. So maybe bishop c7 makes some sense here. Okay, bishop e2. Now I was thinking I was going to have to prepare d5 slowly, but I think now that my bishop's been forced backwards, I can play it here. Yeah, a bit annoying. There could be some instances of a bishop coming out here, so maybe I play h6 first, just to really limit this control of my opponent's bishop. Interesting, queen c1. Are they going to sack? That very much looks like an intention that this is on the way. Is that any good? Can I get enough pieces over to defend? So I might start with rook e8. I think given opponents playing this way, if they are going to sack, what have they got to follow up with? A knight in here is not mate. I like rook e8. I think it's a useful move. We'll be playing it anyway, and it gives me the option of this maneuver with the knight to the f8 square to help protect and bring extra pieces over. Yes, let's start with that. Now, to sack or not to sack, eh? And I suppose also in the event of the queen landing on h6, I've got rook e6. I assume the engine will think you can't take on h6. Oh wow, okay. g4. It's really trying to stick it to me, isn't it? Right. So on g5, ideally, I could play h5, but if I have to take, yeah. Feeling a bit anxious. Do I play h5 here? No. Do I move my knight? Maybe. So if I move my knight here and he sacks, I can bring my queen in. And if he throws the pawn forward, I can push on with h5. Sharp. Is this some ideas? That'll be a bit annoying. And the other long-term idea is to play d5 and break open the centre, because if he's going to throw all his pawns down, he's going to have a weakened king. It's a bit of a trade-off about whether I counter strike now with d5, allowing this and opening up the g file, which I don't think I want to allow. I think I want to be playing knight h7, and then on g5 I can do that with h5. And I can meet a sacrifice on h6. He'll get 2 pawns for it. Quite a lot of dangerous activity down here. Okay, so rook comes across. Not bothered about that. Like I say, g5 I'm meeting with that. I can either bring the second knight in as a bit of insurance here. And the other thought is, after this he pushes, he goes again. My original plan was to take, then he's got rook takes. I can't play g6, that drops a pawn. Yeah, so it's whether I try and get the knight here, which is quite passive, or push in the centre, try and get some counterplay with that. I think I've got to be playing in the centre, haven't I? d5. And see if I'm getting mated, whether I can open it up. Is it strongly suspecting g5? Yeah. Can I get away with taking? I think the bishop is the piece that I most want to get rid of in this structure. So I'm left with 2 choices, taking or pushing. My first thought was pushing, but let's cover taking first. So if we take, and the knight takes, no immediate threats there. We can exchange some pawns. We can play our queen out. We play our and pushing g6. You really have to take, and the rook comes here with a terrible pawn structure. So I think taking once is fine here. Expecting to take that with a knight. Yeah. So obviously there's some pressure down the g file. can't take on h3. Can take here. I can also push. Pushing kind of puts his knight into an awkward square, but it doesn't really open up the position. So what is better? Or I can leave the tension. So what does opponent want to do next? This has got to be next, isn't it? Up for him. How do we meet that? We push. Gives me some holes, doesn't it? But that'll be okay. Or do we bring the knight over? Yeah, so do we push and lock it up, but kick his knight to a terrible square? That has some pros and cons. Do we trade to open things up? Yeah, you'd thought in the position you'd want to trade to open things up. Kicking his knight to a bad square does seem kind of appealing, but this bishop then becomes pretty woeful. Yeah, a bit of pressure here. Yeah, if I take it, it allows us to bring the knight in, doesn't it? Let's push. Don't think there's an immediate threat here from doing nothing. Trading, I'm quite happy with my king on h7. It's out of the pin. There's no easy way for his queen to get round. Actually, takes on h7. I'll take the knight there. So at some point, expecting bishop h5. I don't think I can get away with taking on h3, and I don't think I'd really want to take on h3. But the real downside for h4 is that this diagonal for the bishop is now no longer viable. Okay, goes out to the rim. Kind of happy to see that. Kind of like queen up. Kind of like get my knight into play as well. Yeah, I need to think about how we break through the structure in the end. What's something like this is heroic. Knight cell first. Yeah, maybe we want to go on this kind of walk. I feel like we ought to go on. Yeah, so I was thinking here I have to play g6. Or rook f8 or rook e7, but I don't want any of those moves. Oh, do I blunder this? think I had blundered that. So let's... Okay. Let's not leave that on the table. So thinking, yes, let's say that this is still a threat, right? So takes, and then picks up the free knight. Probably going to be main actually. I think I was probably dead lost if that happened. So how do we stop him taking here? I think rook f1 is the only move. There is all kind of nasties though, isn't there, in here, like takes here. Or trade in here and bring the bishop in. Yeah, the opponent's not even spent a minute yet. We're down to 1 minute 30. Interesting how the engine would have thought about defending this. Maybe my d4 idea isn't the one. Maybe I should have tried to trade and open things up, but I'm a bit lost of how to crack this open. Okay, knight goes back. Can't happy to see that. I want to bring one of these knights into the game. Neither of them feel like they're doing an awful lot. Which one do I want to move? I think my knight on h7 is going to give me some respite. So now I'm threatening bishop on h5. That's got it. Yeah, it's got to sack itself. Right. So a sacrifice has come in. Now, do I try and make a run for it? Is the queenside even safe, or do I put myself on h8? h8, rook g8. So h8, knight comes in. Or h8, bishop comes in. Takes. If we go this way. Yeah, what if we go this way? No immediate ways of getting to me, is there? That's pressure on the rook, right? So unless he's coming in with I don't know, maybe he comes in with a check. I think that might be the way we go here. Got to be mindful of time as well. That's one of the bits I said previously that's got me in trouble, is running low on time. And down over 10 minutes is not ideal, but it's taken quite a bit of brain power to try and navigate through this, although I think I definitely left a dead loss position out there. Okay, rook goes to h6. Rook's defended. It's not a common move. Get the bishop into the game. Bishop g4. Where does that might go? I kind of like bishop g4. It kind of gives me mass options. Knight's doing a good job of defending each other. G8 ideas. In with check. Taking. He takes with the pawn. He takes with the bishop. Walks into with a pin that's uncomfortable. So I'm going across. There's no knight e6 because this bishop protects. Down to minute 42. Need to pick up the pace as well. Knight here. Pain. Yeah, I might be forced to trade off. But at least now if I trade, queen's free to move. Yeah. Okay, trying to force me off that line. Can I take here? No, it takes with the pawn. Now, do I put it back on c8 or? Yeah. I think the problem with got to make some decisions. It's definitely up on the king side. This is the threat, isn't it? So that you've got two knights that can both go to e6. So if one gets taken by the bishop, the next one goes. So I think if that comes in here, I have to eliminate this knight. Like so. Yeah. was thinking, can't move the rook, rook needs to defend here. Was thinking queen c8, or maybe just b6. b6, I think. So if trades, yeah, b6 trades, takes here, takes there, queen there, check. That's pretty devastating, isn't it? This isn't good. Yeah, I should probably play bishop c8 to start with. This. So takes, queen there. I mean, I might still be in a whole heap of trouble. King here, there. I think I'm in a whole heap of trouble. I don't really know how I get out of it either. I think that's 2 moves away. So I don't have an escape square, it's just rook here, isn't it? Oh, we have to be queen here first, but queen h5. So you come down with the rook, I can block. Go here. So that hangs mate in 1, doesn't it? Opponent's even giving me an extra minute as well of time. Really rubbing it in. So what's the damage off that? Rook and a bishop, queen. I mean, you never know. We gifted a win pretty much in our last game. Kind of want to see him. Yes, let me take the pawn. Yeah, let's go for that. Opens up the bishop. And the bishop pairs do cover a lot of squares, don't they? There's not too many infiltration points. Ah, What's that? Ah dear. Another tragic game. Let's see where it all went wrong. The engine tells me I should have defended against it. Shouldn't have got low on time. Probably should have treated his threats a bit more seriously. So this line's fine. Okay, so it says to take, but moving it back's not so bad. C5 it likes rather than C4. C4's fine. So here, an immediate D5, yeah. Yeah. An immediate D5. I think I just took too long deciding what I was going to do. Yeah, so get some counterplay. When I did play D5, I played it the wrong time. Yeah, this is where I thought I was pretty busted around here. Okay, now it says I'm in control. So it has to sack. Pick the wrong move with the king. Still got an advantage. How do I untangle here? Not the best choice, it says. This is fine. Wow. Queen c8. Sack. Is that because the rook's got nowhere to go? Is it? Basically, any kind of sacrifice is good. That's not good. How do that comes in? Okay, just a calm queen up. Yeah, now that I've pinned myself, that was, yeah, okay. In all kinds of trouble at that point. Okay, see you for the next one.